Look around you. Take a good hard look at the world we live in today. The stock market is setting records. Our businesses are booming. Tech companies are rolling out innovations that look like a science fiction. It is easy to sit back, watch your portfolio grow, and think that this wealth is just a natural guarantee. But it is not. We got comfortable. We got lazy. We are so caught up in our daily lives, our daily struggles, and our personal financial goals that we completely ignore the foundation holding up entire system. The foundation is democracy. It is free market, the rule of law, and the open society. This system allows capital to move. It lets companies grow and allows individuals to build life-changing wealth. We take this for granted. We treat this like an air, assuming it will always be there. Meanwhile, the outside world treats it like a target. Right now, a highly coordinated, relentless axis of autocracies and dictatorships led by China, Russia, and North Korea are working 24/7 to smash our democratic system. But here is the most terrifying and ironic part. They are not trying to destroy us using their own ideas. They are stealing our technology, hijacking our innovations, and weaponizing our own open systems to turn them directly against us. This is not a vague political debate. This is a direct, clear, and present danger to our stocks, your portfolio, and your economic future. If you think your investments exist in the vacuum safe from geopolitical reality, you're walking straight into the trap. Let us talk about the brutal irony of how those dictatorships function. The very systems that they want to tear down, Western democracy, cannot survive without it. Look at the economic data. China's entire manufacturing miracle, Russia's energy revenue, and North Korea's black market operations depend on trading and selling to free democratic nations. The open markets of the West are their biggest customers. The short vision of those dictatorships is mind-blowing. They're working around the clock to collapse the ultimate customer of their products. If they achieve their goal and destroy the democratic world, who are they going to sell to? Who is going to buy their electronics, their services, or their commodities? Dictatorships do not create wealthy societies. They create poverty, control, stagnation, and corruption. Only a few people benefit, those who are connected to the government or the ruling political party. Their vision is so narrow, so blinded by the obsession with power, that they are trying to kill the golden goose that keeps their own regime funded. But until that economic collapse happens, they are using the wealth they extract from us to steal the very technology they cannot invent themselves. Because autocracy cannot innovate, it must infiltrate, steal, and try to destroy free societies. Think about the hard data. Let us look at the China over the last several years. State-sponsored hacking groups have embedded themselves deep inside Western networks. Take a look at the massive Volt Typhoon cyber operations. Western intelligence agencies exposed that the Chinese hackers had quietly infiltrated US and allied critical infrastructure. This included communication networks, transportation systems, and utility grids. They were not just spying, they were sabotaging. Look at Russia for years. They have used deeply automated bots, deepfakes, and state-funded hackers groups to spread chaos. And look at the North Korea. They turned stolen capital into ballistic missiles pointed directly at us. Why do they do this? Because our system is the ultimate envy of every dictator on earth. They see our prosperity, our market dominance, and they realize they cannot compete with this fairly. In a true free market, capital flows to where there is trust, transparency, and innovations. Dictatorships have none of those things. So their only option to survive is to drag the democratic world down to their level. They want to manipulate our elections to cause divisions. They want us to fight between each other. They want to cause chaos inside our societies. The Russians are completely fixated on causing internal chaos inside the United States. They know that the 1991 collapse of the Soviet Union was mostly caused by the United States. Because of that, the United States will always be the number one enemy for Russia. I want to be very clear about one thing. I do not have anything against the citizens of Russia, China, North Korea, or any other dictatorship country on earth. But I'm totally against their governments. Those regimes keep people down and use them for dictatorship goals. They do not give their people political freedom. They do not give them freedom of speech. They do not give them the same freedoms that people enjoy in the West. That is why, for example, we have 3 million Russians living in the United States, but almost zero Americans living in Russia. This fact alone shows and proves why a Russian-run dictatorship caused people to migrate away from their homeland. It is extremely sad. As investors, we need to wake up. Every single stock you own, whether it is a semiconductor giant, an infrastructure utility, or a broad S&P 500 index fund, relies entirely on a stable, predictable system governed by the rule of law and democratic values. We can no longer afford to be comfortable, distracted, and lazy. We cannot continue to ignore the aggressive moves being made by the non-democratic powers. They are using our own freedom as a weapon to destroy our way of life. It is time to look past the daily noise, pay attention to the cold hard data, and understand that the protecting our system is the key to our long-term democratic survival. Do you think our democratic system can survive this coordinated assault? Or is this market really completely blind in this situation? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. Stay disciplined, keep your eyes on the data, and take care of your mind and body, because your health is always your greatest asset. Have a great day.